Today is the day that I remove the rest of that mast if I can. I'm working really slow because this next part is the scariest part. I'm going to reinforce the bottom with 2x4, a short piece, and then the longer piece is right here, and that's what I'm going to use to lower the pieces down with. I've made a little bit better of a connection to the top of the pole, so I don't even have to worry about that. I'm basically going to slack the guys, the stays on each side, and just feel it rather than taking them off from the top while I'm leaning against it. I think that would be a lot safer. I can always catch it if it starts to fall down. Look over here, see those crows? They're all sitting in a row, crows in a row. I'm not feeling quite as on my game as I feel like I should be, so I'm moving extra slow because I don't want any accidents. Crows in a row. I think I'm ready. I'll use the ladder one more time to tie off the top to the blue rope. And then I'll remove the ladder so it's out of the way, but I'm going to leave these other stays up. And then once it's mostly cut, I'll loosen them quite a lot on all sides. And then I'll go back up there if everything seems okay. And I've got basically the rotten part is splinted with these 2x4s. There's a lot of screws in there. Between that and the diagonals, I should be okay. But we'll see. Yes, I know. I kind of seem like I've been screwing around for a while. But I assure you, I have not been. I had to replace some of the clamps and then cut off the other ones on the stays. And up there is a sawzall and a partially cut off top mast. And this is loose. This is no longer a ladder. It's just kind of in the way. I should actually remove that if I could. But I kind of really don't know how to easily. So what I'm thinking of doing is shoving it out of the way while I'm on the ladder. And they're all loose now. And the concept is that I cut it, and then this beautiful clove hitch gets released, and I can then lift it up a little bit and it'll just kind of fall over in that direction. I can lower it down and it'll end up right there, or somewhere like that. So the wind's picking up a little bit, so I need to get on with it. I need to remove this completely, actually, because that's just going to be in the way and dangerous. If I can remove it and then lower it down, there was no tension on it when I climbed up there, so I think it's okay to remove the whole thing. In fact, I think I'm going to remove this other one as well, because again, there's no tension on it, but if that top falls, it's going to fall on me, or rather it'll fall past me, carrying the cable with it, and the cable could grab me and knock me off the ladder. That would not be the way I want it to be found. It could be something that would have been preventable perhaps, and everybody would laugh at me. So we can't have that. Well, here goes nothing. Violent as I was fearing, so let's lower that puppy down. Okay, it's down. So I need to re-rig. And the reason I need to do that is because my ladder is too tall for one thing. I can't chop off the thing that I'm leaning against. That's not going to do. And I need to move this 2x4 down. Get a shorter one, I guess. I cheated. I wasn't really confident about the type of knot that I was using. And there's a little bit of a taper. And I don't want it slipping off at a bad time. But I think I'm ready. Actually, this one was pretty simple. I can cut right here. Right here. Yeah? All right, let's do this. Here we go. Okay, so far so good. Well, that's what you call a tactical error. But that'll work. Ah, gross. Well, it's getting shorter, and time to reconfigure. This next reconfiguring is going to be kind of a major reconfiguring. So that might take me a while, but I think I could get the rest of this down in 1 or 2 more cuts, and then I just get to clean up a big mess. That's not the part I'm looking forward to, really. I don't like cleaning up messes. I'm thinking I can dispense with the rope now. There's probably not enough of a reason to keep it there. Not with the splints here. I can keep those on for the next 2 cuts, so why have a rope in the way all the time? I think that'll be the first thing I move. Here we go. Yeah, it was getting a little rotten, I think. 1 or 2 more sections and I'm done. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The boom is down. It's actually a good piece of wood. There's nothing wrong with it, except it's pink. We'll fix that. Now, get this piece off of here. We don't need it anymore. Want to see a rotten mast? I'll show you a rotten mast. Yuck. It's not really wood anymore. So here's the thing. I actually want to use the stump of this as part of the structure. I'm not sure if I should cut it off and make a different thing, or all I have to do is hold something up, and it was doing that very well. I don't think it's going to wiggle, so I think I'll just cut it off there, and yeah, that's what I'll do. Oh gosh, look at that. That's totally wet inside. There's really no structure there. Just enough to hold this thing up, which will hold up the boom, which will be part of the structure for the roof here. And I'll take that wood stove chimney thing off. It just unscrews from the bottom. And I'll leave it open for ventilation. And I'm gonna have a beer, and then I'm gonna clean up this mess. I think my official work is done for the day. I deserve a beer. In fact, I deserve a special beer. So today we're going to crack open the first of my Yarrow Voss double IPA that I bottled about 2.5 weeks ago. And we're gonna see how well it carbonated. Wish me luck. Cheers! Just thought I'd point out the similarity in the function of the rot here in the mast. The parts that I'm playing with. And this is the part that was cut off from the base right above the thing that holds the boom. Look how structural it is. Also look at the type of mushrooms we've got here. Same thing. I can't really say that for sure, but it's so very similar. It's got the same little filaments. I bet it's the same stuff, and it's infesting the entire boat. So, must kill. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Normally I like fungus and fermentation and weird goo and stuff that grows, but in this case, no, not in my boat.